we all played in previous bands over the years, and we were all kind
Yeah.
of in a hiatus point, and I don't know. I guess we were getting bored, so we started playing, and it just kind of took off into what it became, and it's been a crazy ride. It's been way more than I expected it to be, and the other guys, and yeah, so we're just kind of going with the flow, and we released the six song EP. What was that, 6 or 7 months ago,
Yeah.
and it's been crazy. We got about 10 gigs lined up all over the country, mostly on
Wow.
the northern East Coast and the southern, creeping out toward the Midwest. Nowhere out west yet. It's not quite
Yeah.
in the cards at the moment, but yeah, it's just chugging along, playing all the gigs we can.
So, how do people find you guys online if people want to find the music and link up with
Um,
you and everything?
so we have an Instagram, Chronepsis NJ, ChronepsNJ. Uh, if you go on the Instagram, there's a link tree that'll take you everywhere. Of course, we have a Spotify. You can find us on Spotify, but I tend to not. I'm not the most tech savvy, computer literate person. So for me, the easiest thing to do if I need to get to one of our pages is I'll go to the Instagram and just follow the link tree, and it'll take you everywhere. You can find the list of all the upcoming gigs coming up, the links to the EP, merchandise. We got shirts, CDs.
Those shirts, by the way, are fucking badass.
Thanks. Yeah. So our vocalist Chris, he designed the shirts. He designed the EP cover. He's an artist. He's a tattoo artist. He so so Chronepsis started with me sitting in a tattoo chair and Chris chirping in my ear, "Let's start a band. Let's start a band. Let's start a band." And that's how it happened. It was like, I was in there getting some extensive work done. So I was in there quite a bit. And I've known Chris since we were kids.
Yeah.
And we just never did anything together. And yeah, finally I was like, all right, dude, we can jam. Just shut the fuck up because you're nagging me. But it ended up turning out great. And it was just, it's been a great, I thank him for it because at that time in my life, I needed something. I was missing something.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played in a band in a few years at that point, and yeah, it kind of sparked some life into me. And we thought we're gonna go record a couple songs and just hang out and have fun, and it kind of listen. We're not anything special as far as like but we've made more noise than we expected to. Like when I'm shipping shirts to Japan and the United Kingdom and Australia, like to me that's amazing. Like how the hell
Yeah.
did this happen?
Yeah.
So that's
That's
cool. And
awesome.
I could go onto the Spotify and see all the statistics where all the listens are coming from, and they're all over the world. It's crazy. It's crazy, and it's humbling, and it's just fun, man. It's just been a lot of fun. It's a lot of work too. Don't get me wrong, but it's been fun.
Yep. That is one thing. It is definitely a lot of work. We have got a great guest with us today. We have Eric with us today from Chronepsis, and you guys are out in the South Jersey area. It has a rich history in extreme metal. How has that local scene influenced your sound and approach, my man?
Yeah, there's some heavy hitters out there that are within a 10-minute driving distance. Like bands that have been around for years. Mortal Decay's right up the road. I remember going and seeing them when I was a kid, playing live in these small clubs around here, and Cognitives, they're right up the road. And these guys are, they're a little. more on the heavier side as far as us, but like it's the same family tree, and it's like when I was young, when we were young, like you couldn't. This is what you did on the weekends. You know, you went to these. You had your parents drop you off at these gigs. You know, and you went to these shows, and yeah, and we're a 15-20 minute drive from Philadelphia, so like we're able to get out there for a lot all the bigger acts. You know, it's just back in the Trocadero days. You know. So yeah, it's. I mean, it could be nerving sometimes, like as far as you're compared to these giants, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. Like one thing I learned in this scene in this genre of technical death metal, like you are always under a microscope. These people know what they're listening to, they understand it, and they're going to pick you apart. So if you're not on your game, they're going to tell you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a little bit of a tough lesson for me personally. Like, I had a guy, a curator, said we were trying to get plays on Spotify on some of these playlists, and someone told me I was too mechanical as a drummer, and I took it a little personal, and I was like, yeah. But then I sat back and I thought about it and I listened. I was like, yeah, that's my style. Not everybody's gonna like what I do, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? It's just
Not everybody's gonna
yeah,
like what you do. You are
yeah,
completely
exactly.
correct, my
I'm not the
man.
fastest. I'm not the most technical, but I'm tight. You know what I mean? It's just that's how I play, and it's worked for the band, and maybe that so not everybody's gonna like the band. Not everybody likes death metal. It's a niche genre, and I'm okay with that.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
technical death metal. you
I'll
know,
tell you.
yeah.
Yes, we used to when we used to do Jiggy Jag TV out there in old
Mm-hmm.
Salina, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
I had this little camera guy, Ninja Larry, and Ninja Larry. He loved going to music shows, but he didn't really like metal, and so we'd go to these music shows. He's like, "What kind of what kind of music is this tonight?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's metal." And he goes, "Oh no, not metal."
Yeah,
Uh,
I get it, man. I get
so
it.
yes,
Trust me.
you are correct. You are
Yeah.
correct, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people sometimes. But your EP has already drawn some comparisons to bands, the Black Dahlia Murder and a few others. Were Who are some of your band influences, and how did all that develop your sound and everything with this new
Ooh,
EP?
that's a great question. For me personally, as a drummer, uh, back in 2000, we're gonna say it was 2006, 2004, 5, 6. Arsis came on the scene, and I fell in love with them as a young man. You know what I mean? They were incredible, and a lot of my style. I don't want to say it's just that's what I listened to those albums so many times. Like it's just part of how I play now. It's what I learned, and our lead guitarist Mike would probably agree with that too. His guitar style is very much. We were playing in a band together back during that time called Cursor, and we were both like just kicked in the face by how great Arsis was when they started coming out. So like, and you still hear it in a lot of our style today. Black Dahlia Murder, of course, around the same time when Nocturnal came out, and Miasma a couple of years before that, like they kicked me in the nuts. Like they've stuck with me all these years. So I have some style from that. I know our other guitarist tour. He, my best guess for him would be he listens to a lot of Revocation. He's a uh big Dave Davison fan. Took lessons from him at one point. Uh, so I hear a lot of the rhythm influence from that, and our bass player Vinny. I hear uh a lot of craziness out of him. A lot of Alex Webster, like, and Chris, our vocalist. He's all over, man. He listens to every subgenre of metal you can imagine. He really digs into that doom and sludge, and like, he just wants to smoke weed and lay back and listen to the doom and sludge. But he loves the fast paced shit too, and I don't want to speak for him who his influences are in that aspect, but I know he's the type of guy. Chris does his homework. He will study everybody that gives him, oh, I like what I'm hearing. He'll study them, he'll research them, and he'll learn. And he will have all, for instance, the EP. I would say more than a dozen times I've been asked in person or messaged who the second vocalist is on the EP. I was like, there is no second vocalist. That's Chris. He had this idea to try the theory of a split personality vocalist and almost two different voices, and it got across so well that people think it's two different people.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That is amazing. We have got a
yeah,
great guest with us today. Chronolopoulos is. I know I am butchering that name.
yeah. You said it right earlier. That time you butchered it. It's Chronepsis.
So you guys are absolutely amazing. You're doing some incredible things. Now you describe Weight of Eternity as organized chaos and a deep dive into the darkest corners of the human mind. How did you translate these concepts into music?
Oh man. So the organized. I could speak on the organized chaos because I was very
Okay.
knee deep involved with the writing process as far as the musicality end of it. Uh, it was wild, man. Having five different people, and at the time when most of the writing was happening, we didn't have a bass player yet, so it was myself and the two guitarists, Mike and Tour, and Chris.
Yeah.
Uh, and it was boom. Here's all these influences. Everything sounds completely different. And you just keep chipping away at it, and somehow, some way, you take all these different sounds and you come up with this pretty original sound that kind of came out of nowhere. But like, I know for me, I was able to turn on and off as we were recording and mixing and stuff, and listen to one instrument at a time, and you listen to them one at a time. You're like, how the fuck does this go together? It looks like it doesn't sound like it will, but somehow it happened.
That's awesome.
And we've been kind of riding with that theory ever since. And then Chris, vocally, lyrically, I won't call it conceptual, but he's bordering on a long term story on a lot of his lyrics. There's like a broad theme that he wanted to get across, and he stretched it out over 6 songs. And it's some
Wow.
deep, dark, fantastical, wild shit. Yeah. So yeah.
That is amazing. We have got a
Yeah.
great guest with us today. He joins us live. We're also going to go to our next guest here at the top of the hour, but we are still chatting with Eric today here on the big program. Now, the debut EP and some of the themes here, we're talking a little bit about this brand new EP. So each track is noted for its technicality and intensity. How did you guys balance, some of the melody, intricacy, and the unrelenting aggression during this whole songwriting process?
There was it actually wasn't easy at first. When we first started writing this, it was very clashing. Uh we were new as a band. We were feeling each other out artistically. Uh but we just kept trying different things, and we would play with song structures quite a bit and see what we could do to fit the melodic lead guitar into the crunch that, Tour brings, that rhythm crunch. uh and it took a little bit of time, but it kind of fell together, and now it's almost routine how we do it. Like we're working currently on a full length, hoping to be released, I would say next year, within the next 9 or 12 months. But I mean, drums are done. Rhythm guitars are being worked on, but all the demos kicking around to put these songs together. It's a refined version of what we did with the EP. It's almost assembly line like at this point. Uh, it's like this is what we got to do. We got to change some things here to fit this here, and blah blah blah, and it works, and it's going a lot faster and than the EP did, and yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Now, you guys are doing a lot of things with this EP. So, with this debut EP out, what is next for the band, and can fans expect a full length release or collaborations or any type of musical directions, anything like this?
So as far as a full length, we're knee deep in recording now. Uh, I would say we're beyond pre-production. We're in the baby stages of actual production. Uh, and as far as the current, we're working on that. Between we got, what do we got coming up? We got Newark, New Jersey at QXT.
Good old
Uh,
Newark.
yeah, with we hooked up with the Faithless Entertainment to promote us, and they are just throwing shows at us. And so we got QXT November 14th. Then we're down in Newark, Delaware at halftime November 15th. And then December, I think it's 5th, 6th, and 7th, we're at Tilty. Hold on. Let me get these names for you.
No,
uh,
you're good, baby. You're
yeah.
good.
Tilty McFlippers Pinball Bar in West
That
Virginia.
is the greatest name I've ever heard
Yeah,
of.
it's a good one, isn't it? And December 6th, we're at Ground Zero in Spartansburg, South Carolina. December 7th, the Den in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. December 20th, we're at Club RYD in Earlsville, Maryland. January 10th, West Side Bowl, Youngstown, Ohio. Uh, May 7th, Philly on the Rocks in Erie, PA. May 8th, we have something tentatively scheduled in Rochester, New York. And then May 9th, AmVets in Buffalo, New York. So, yeah, so there's a lot coming up right now, and
Sounds
try,
like it.
trying to get this album done between those gigs.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. So as we wrap up here, Eric, and we get ready to go to our next guest, how do we get the music and get involved with everything you guys are doing online?
So you could Spotify or any streaming outlet you have. Chronepsis, Chronepsis. We have a band camp. If you want to head there, you can listen for free. You can buy the album, and you can buy merch, and we'll ship you merch. And if you go to Instagram, it's Chronepsis NJ, and that'll give you the link tree to everything.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, you are amazing. Thank you for making some time for us today. Really appreciate the opportunity and to chat with us. And we will talk to you soon. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it, brother.